Now's the final chapter. Good grief. That was intense. I recalled the fall of the magistrate, our escape from the Satsuma, and our fight with the demon. After a long wait, we reached Osaka Castle. Unfortunately, we were welcomed with news that I would have deemed impossible a day ago. Lord Yoshinobu had fled the war for Edo. When word got to Hijikata, he went berserk. Poor Toshi. In fact, he became almost inconsolable. He's had a rough couple of days. None of the warriors, what was left of those who were able to retreat to Osaka Castle, made any attempts to stop Hijikata from his tirades either. I mean, I couldn't really blame Hijikata. The Supreme Commander was arguably the most important man in Shogunate army, and he'd given up. Considering that many men desperately fought his war for him, and he'd run off, it must have left a bitter taste in their mouths. The Shinsengumi, too, suffered a great loss in the death of Inoue, so the anxiety amongst our ranks was heavy. "Oh man, Shimada, what happened? You had Inoue in your grasp!" Regardless, the fleeing of Lord Yoshinobu was inexcusable to the men at the castle. Seeing Hijikata's pride and determination on the battlefield was proof that strong leadership was crucial to the success of their army. Lord Yoshinobu, however, showed no such pride. When the warriors discovered the loss of faith from their leader, dejection pervaded what had remained of this failed campaign. So, the Shinsengumi and what was left of the Shogunate army prepared to leave for Edo. And Yamazaki is not critically injured. Although we're in this room again. Squinty eyes. Yeah? I'm like, and? The ship rose and fell atop the gentle rhythm of the ocean's waves. I sat beside Yamazaki, who slept soundly in his cabin aboard the ship headed for Edo. Aww. What a beautiful boy. He's just perfect. Yamazaki. He might have pushed himself too far in his fight against Kazuma. Ever since that day, Yamazaki had been unconscious. Goodness gracious me. I held his hand tightly, and even though he was asleep, I was rewarded with his warmth. Yamazaki's steady pulse gave me hope, and I closed my eyes to pray for his well-being. Some time had passed since leaving Osaka. If I were to see the view from the deck, I don't think I'd see Osaka or Kyoto anymore. Wow, 4 years had passed so quickly. It was funny to think how much had changed since I'd first arrived to Kyoto. I'd arrived with the intent of finding my father, and by chance I was captured by the Shinsengumi. Afterwards, I'd become acquainted with Yamazaki, who served as my guard. His watch became even more frequent when we discovered Kazuma and his demon cohorts plotted to kidnap me. Thinking back on it, the person I remembered protecting me all this time was Yamazaki. Even during the war. Yamazaki had given everything to watch out for me, even willing to throw his body away. I gripped his hand tightly again. Emotions I'd kept secret for so long began to bubble to the surface. What if... You kissed him? Oh, darn. Not quite the thought process I was going down. He's like a sleeping beauty. Come on. True love's kiss will reawaken him. What if Yamazaki never wakes up? I'd... Poor Yamazaki.
It'll be fine.
His warm hands moved to stroke my hair softly. Yamazaki! My head shot up instantly. Yamazaki? You're awake!
Yeah, I think I've kinda overslept.
Yamazaki lifted his head tenderly, glancing around the room.
Where are we? Is this still Osaka Castle?
Oh, you see... Blah 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 blah. A lot happened.
Oh, I see. I sure did miss a lot.
After I explained all that had happened to Yamazaki, he let out a big sigh.
Oh.
Then he tightened and loosened his hand into a fist repeatedly. So... how do you feel?
Surprisingly awesome. And the place where I was shot is all healed. Strangely enough, I feel a lot of power inside me. So, this is what it's like to be a Fury.
Yamazaki's eyes thinned after he thought about what he'd said, and I thought about saying nothing. But I couldn't keep my thoughts to myself, and I asked him a question timidly. Yamazaki? Do you regret drinking the water of life?
Before I answer that, I want to ask you a question first. When I drank the serum, you didn't stop me. But I know you. You hate that stuff. The normal you would have stopped me. Why was that?
He stared at me intently, and I sighed. So I quietly told him how I felt. How could I have stopped you? I could see what was going through your mind when you drank it. Besides, when you drank the water of life, a thought came to me.
Thought?
Yes. I thought to myself that if someone were to become a Fury out of a desire to protect the Shinsengumi and give up a world with light, then I would stand beside them. No matter how dark your world may be, I'll be right beside you. Oh my goodness. So affected. Yamazaki was at a loss for words, instead turning to hide the blush in his cheeks. For a while his mouth was agape, opening and closing. Yamazaki turned away and muttered,
You're not fair.
Excuse me?
Nothing. Back to the first question. About whether or not I regret drinking the water of life.
Yamazaki looked directly into my eyes.
After hearing how you felt, I can't say that I feel a single ounce of regret.
Does that mean...
Yes, you've read right through me.
Yamazaki softly took my hand. He gazed at it, perhaps soaking in the moment.
Even if my future only leads to darkness, as long as I get to share my life with you...
Yeah? What? Yes? No? You can't just cut it off. What happened? Did you guys make out? Hey! Hey, excuse me! What does the fade to black mean? Did you guys make out? Susumu! Freaking Susumu. How could you leave me on that cliffhanger? That was so cruel! How dare you! Now I gotta let my imagination run wild. Bleh. Well, he's certainly the bold one, I will say that for him. Well, I'm kind of at a loss now. I don't know what to say. It just ended so abruptly. Yamazaki, come on now. Tisk, tisk, tisk. What a cute root, though. Man, did he ever fall hard for her. That was so adorable. But they both kind of fell very hard for each other. But, wow. I think Yamazaki the Fury is going to be quite the powerhouse, actually. He's so fast. It's really neat to see him, like, a Fury that's super, super fast. And he brought out Cosmo's demon form, which is impressive. That doesn't happen all the time. I thought for sure Sen would have to come and save us again. So Sen's only had to interfere with Heisuke, which is pretty rough, actually. Poor Heisuke. Yamazaki had some beautiful pictures, though. What a pretty boy. Those eyes. I'm not a fan of the fact that he just, like, left it hanging. Well, it's time to find out what the epilogue is. I'm curious to see what she has to say about her boy of darkness. Alright, Chizuru. Tell me all about it. January 1868. The Battle of Toba-Fushimi ended with the Satsuma and Choshu victorious. As the shogunate troops retreated, the Shinsengumi headed towards Edo. 4 years ago, I came to Kyoto all by myself in search for my father and met the Shinsengumi. I am going to leave the city of Kyoto, where I made fond memories with the Shinsengumi. He sacrificed his body in order to protect me, gaining strength against those who threaten us. And I have chosen to walk alongside him. We are going to head to Edo, without knowing what fate awaits us. Yeah, but did you make out, though, on the boat? Girl. That's the important question that needs answering. Fine, that's my headcanon. Blech. Until somebody disproves me otherwise, and even then, it might still just be my headcanon. Nihongo Ninja Warrior. Alrighty. Well, that's that. Well, I really enjoyed Yamazaki's route. It was really cute. Yeah. What else can I say? I loved it. It was great. Except for that cliffhanger. Yamazaki! But our boy did not die, so that is a plus, no matter how you slice it. So I'm very happy about that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed as well. Thank you very much for watching. But now that all the happy times are done, it's time for unrequited love and bad ending type things. So if you're interested in seeing that, hopefully I'll see you over there, guys. Until next time, I will see you later.